Hello there, this is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. Even baddies will simp for certain men. And yeah, it's a little dark, it's a little early, of course. Hey, Rom be having stuff going on early. I had to drop my son off at school today. But anyway, and yeah, y'all don't need it. I know what my face look like. Anyway, even baddies will simp for certain men. You know, there was a few videos I just happened to peruse, and of course, you know, it's that whole thing. You get these very attractive women who want to be, well, let's just be raw with it, bitches to certain men. They're going to be mean. They're going to be arrogant. Got their noses stuck up. Feel like they can say whatever to a man. Y'all know those type of women. Y'all know those type of women. Think they can go in. And it be like the pretty ones. It be some, like all pretty women ain't bitchy, but some are, of course. All of them, man. There's a lot of sweeties among them. But it's the bitchy ones that give them a bad name. And you'll see those women, and they got to talk trash. They feel like they can say whatever. They feel like they can be disrespectful. All of that stuff. And they will be to most of the men they encounter. Because one of the things with them is, and it's usually the women who, well, the women who might have been cute from, like, since they were little, and guys just let them get away with anything. You know, they might have been daddy's baby girl, and he spoiled her. All the guys simping for her. Even some of the top guys trying to get at her because she's so cute. And she got a fat ass. Right? Alright. Alright, right? And, you know, so they get that attitude and stuff. I mean, yeah, they'll probably grow out of it at some point. You know, old age does some shit to you. But, you know how they are. It is really part of the thing why a lot of men don't want to deal with some attractive women. But like I said, there's some very attractive women. They actually sweeties. But you got to wade through it. But you get some, hey, they know the power of it. And they feel like they can say whatever. And the guys be like, okay. You know, because, you know, they so mesmerized by the woman's pretty facial features in her body. Right? So mesmerized. But one of the things I would say, there's always a man they would simp for. Always. Always. They will simp for. I've seen this happen for decades. I've known some women, they be rough on some guys. All guys got nothing bad to say. But then there's always that one guy who they just totally change their character for. And it's really for two reasons. Because I know some guys say, well, yeah, I act like I ain't playing it and all that. Well, hold up. I'll get into that in a second. The first thing is this. The women will simp for a guy they consider sexually attractive because their vajayjays are influencing their choice. And one who just don't give a fuck about it. One who don't give a flying fuck about it. In fact, the guys label, you know, Mr. Goodbar, right? That's the main part of their game. Mr. Goodbars don't chase. The guys at the top really don't chase women. They make the woman work for it. They make the woman come out of pocket. You know? I ain't the only one who talked about it. Shit, Tariq Nasheed, in a book he wrote for women, he talked about smooth players. You just got some guys out there the women going to chase, regardless of how attractive they are. Now it's funny because one of the things that inspired this was a woman. I ended up having to block it because she got disrespectful to somebody who responded to her. I don't tolerate disrespect. And sometimes I'll block you if you going in on some of my commenters who comment a lot. And guys don't realize it, but there's a long list of women on there. That's why it's generally peaceful. Long list. I don't put up with it. But anyway, You know, she was saying, oh no, all the guys got paid. Yeah, they always gonna pay for attractive women. And I had to laugh because I was like, that ain't been my personal experience. It ain't been what I've seen. You know? Because if a woman pressed about you, she pressed. And that's what the Mr. Goodbars will do. Now, one of the things is some guys, see, here's the important thing. The important factor is you have to turn the woman on sexually. Which means you can't be some bum dude or some dorky dude or some lame dude and try all that and think it's going to work. If she even sees you, she might think it's cute. At best. At best. Usually, if you try, like, you get some guys, they try, well, I'm going to act like I don't care about that beautiful woman. She ain't see you anyway. You're invisible to her. If you don't turn her on sexually, you especially invisible to her anyway. Hell, if you're invisible to a bunch of women, you definitely going to be invisible to her. Ignoring her don't really mean shit. Unless you're also sexually attractive. That's the key piece. Because remember, I don't care how fine that woman is, how beautiful, what her bone structure is, she still got a working vagina. She still got a working vagina. Right? That's one. She still got emotions. And she still, despite everything, is going to have some insecurities. The thing is, you get some guys, primarily in that Mr. Goodbar category, he knows how to play those heartstrings like a violin. And a big part of it is just ignoring her. Because think about it, especially with a lot of beautiful women, right? They feel like, because they'll have so many guys, like a baddie. I'm going to say a baddie. Because that's even, I saw a clip, it was shared by Mr. Lucario. And it was from a pimp. And this pimp was on that YouTube channel, Soft White Underbelly, which I highly recommend to everyone. I highly recommend it. Because you see some real stuff in life, right? But he was saying, you know, guys chasing these baddies, giving them all the power and stuff. And see, that's what some guys do. And I've seen a lot. Guys going crazy over all of that, spending all their money. And they think that's the way. But then, like I said, they still got a working vagina. They still want to have sex. So they see that guy, he fine. And, you know, they feel like, well, yeah, I'm going to do my usual thing. And dude just ignoring him. He over in the corner eating buffalo wings. He's ignoring him. Or even something else that's not talking, he'll call on her shit. Now, if some dude she ain't sexually attracted to calls on her shit, oh yeah, she gonna have all these complaints and stuff. Oh, she gonna say, who he think he is, all that stuff. But if a dude she's sexually attracted call on her shit, shoot, she might be in therapy the next week. You know? But it still happens. It still happens. And everything. And that's the thing, because one thing, a lot of dudes be putting the women, be getting all upset about these women. And I'm like, for what? She's still human. She still farts. I would say fart, but I'm going to say it the way we say it in D.C. Farts. She still farts. She still got issues, you know? And if you act like you ain't pressed, because that's another Goodbar trait, they ain't pressed. Well, they get plenty of women. They don't need to be pressed. Because while the baddie try to act like so, shit, they got a genuine, nice, beautiful woman who's like trying to get at them. So they like, shit, you know, let me take the path of the least resistance. We don't play the challenge game. Oh, man. But trust me, there's always a man they will compromise their principles for. They will have sex with for free. Hell, they might even pay for him. Now, I know some guys can't get with that. Well, that just tell me you're not in that Goodbar category. Ain't no shame in it, just is. Just understand it still happens. You can still learn a lot, you know? And it really is, and because there's always going to be guys that, you know, can act a certain way, do whatever, and the women still going to mess with them. Sometimes a lot of times they might be called bad boys or something. But it's just a reality. It's just a reality. And, you know, I'm even sharing that just to understand. To me, guys going crazy over the baddies and stuff, man. They're human. If you the second, and in fact, in some cases, depending on the circumstances where you located, you might not be all that, but just because you ignored her, like genuinely ignored her, not like try to act like it, but just genuinely ain't interested, like just genuine. Like a common thing might be, okay, everybody thinks she's a baddie, right? You don't. You just legitimately don't think she's attractive. You just like, she all right. Oh, it drives them crazy. Because that's their power. That's their power and stuff. And the thing is, here's the thing with it, though. You can't pretend like you're not. See, some guys that try to say, well, I'm going to pretend like I don't care about her and shit. Well, Baddies been seeing shit since they were little. That's how they know how to manipulate, man. They been seeing shit. They'll do it. If you're going to do something like, you got to be sincere. Like, you got to sincerely not be pressed about it. Sincerely. Not pressed. Or you be like, she all right. Seriously. And it's not a game, like, in the sense of you got to be authentic about it. Now, at the very least, what I would say do, even if you ain't that guy that's turning her on like that, all right, don't put her on a pedestal. Because that's what'll happen. Guys will go crazy. They'll do all this. They'll come around and be nervous, got weak body language. It's like, dope, she's human. She's human. And there's 4 billion other women in the world. You know? Now I know she fine. She got a fat ass or big breasts, whatever you like. But just don't, look. First of all, what good is it if she's acting funky towards you? What good is it? Seriously. What good is it? Just be sincere. Like, understand something. Just understand one basic thing. And this is, like I say, even if you ain't that guy who's getting a woman all wet, got a vagina doing the rumba and all that, at least respect yourself enough. It's like, okay, she don't like you. She ain't feeling you. She ain't chasing you. Respect that and keep it moving. Pay attention to the women who are checking you out. Yes, yeah, that woman checking you out, you know what? She might be a 6. She might be a 6. And stuff, as opposed to that 9 that you wish would check you out. Okay. I'm gonna tell you what, and I talked about this on my IG, not IG, Patreon, because I go deep into it on Patreon. Shit. Oh, right, well, I'm gonna tell you what, if a man, I'll just say it just like this. A man with his dick can make a woman a 9. He can make a 6 or 9. But I talk about that on my Patreon. I get deeper into it on Patreon. You know? A man can literally make a woman beautiful. Seriously. He can bring the beauty. He can turn a caterpillar into a butterfly. But like I said, I don't discuss it publicly. It's too much power for one guy. I say, shit, I'll make y'all work for it. Anyway. But that's the thing, though. That's the thing. The bottom line is there's always a man, even the baddies. I don't care how fine they are. I don't care who they are. I don't care if they're celebrities. Because you be finding out. Let's just say I know people who know people. Some of these are celebrity women. That's somebody they simp for. There's somebody they simp for. Now, you might never see them publicly. The paparazzi might catch them, but it's there. And the lesson there overall is stop putting these women on a pedestal. Yes, you want one, but don't put her above you. Don't put her above you. You know? At best, put her beside y'all and y'all walk hand in hand. But don't put her behind. Don't put her above you. In fact, that's why I get annoyed when I see a man walking behind a woman. Now, I've said that in a video. I still get some guys comment, well, you know, protect them. You know, a man walking 6 paces behind a woman, he calls himself protecting her. Come on. Shit. A man's supposed to lead. You can protect her. You can protect a woman, she walking right beside you. You can protect her really better. Really better, because it lets everybody know, keep the fuck away from her. So, but, you know, that's just another example. Guys try to justify some shit that really don't work in the real world. But anyway, though, yeah, just remember that one little simple thing. I don't care who the woman is. I don't care how arrogant. I don't care how much she piss you off, or if you're watching a video and you got some woman going against some male content creator. Somebody out there got her like running around, going crazy. I don't care who it is. Somebody she pressed for. All right? And that's because they're just human. Once you know that, understand that, accept that, you're good to go on the quintessential ball. So anyway, y'all. That's all I got for today. I gotta go in here and get some stuff. And I'll be good to go. I'll talk to y'all. Peace. Oh, real quick. Nah, I'll say that for another time. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all. Peace.